Alright, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another GeoGuessr video. Another road to #1 video. We're starting today at 1950, which is going to be 84th in the world and 3rd in the United States. So let's queue for both no move and a BZ here. Strongest regions, Peru on there once again, New Zealand on the toughest regions, which does make a lot of sense. But yeah, looks like it'll take a bit here, so I'll see you guys when we find an opponent. Alright, game here against Ashton. It's going to be a no-move game. Never played against this player before. Looks like probably an alt with the border, but they could be a higher level because you can change your border now. Looks like we're in the... Okay, that's definitely Spanish there. So... thinking Mexico then, I would say. Over Chile or something. We'll just go Baja. Probably with the infrastructure, road lines. I have no idea where. Surely there's something out here. Or do we just hedge it up in the middle of Baja California? I guess so. It's quite sandy, rolling hills stuff. He's in Peru. Maybe Peru makes more sense here. But we don't have a striped signpost, so I didn't think about Peru. And that white sign looks more Mexican to me. And yeah, he's moving up to Mexico, it looks like. And it's here. Okay, yeah. I mean, this makes some sense. El Golfo de Santa Clara. We'll move on to round 2. Did I see land across the way? I don't know if I did. But we do have Senegal here, it looks like, with the ladder poles and the truck. And looks quite coastal here. We do have some palms, quite sandy as well. So we'll probably just leave it somewhere around Dakar. Hopefully it's not south of the Gambia. Oh, it's near Fatick here. All right, fair enough. 46 points. We'll move on to round 3. Not that big of a deal in terms of damage. But we are still currently getting flawless. As we move into Arge here, looks like 2025, so new coverage. Sun is pretty far north. And looking like we do have some mountains there to the southwest, so maybe some Chubut stuff here, but maybe also some Nuquin stuff here. So I think I'm just going to hedge like somewhere in that Rio Negro area. We do have some Andes-looking mountains here peeking out northwest. So I am moving a bit more towards the Andes. And okay, it's just these mountains here. And it was just middle Chubut stuff, but I was just a little bit afraid of some random Andes mountains. Moving around 4 in Indonesia. And all tiled roofs here, so I'm thinking probably Java on this one. Yeah, it definitely fits quite a bit for Java, and we do have what looks like a symmetrical pole, so Banten West Java most likely. So yeah, we'll just drop it somewhere here. And was east of Bandung, but 105, no big deal. We're only down about 650 HP as we move into multis now. Moving around 5. In Ireland, we do have the yellow outer dashes, which does tell me Ireland here. Looks like he's not thinking about it, just slam in. And yeah, I think I'm just going to follow suit here. Just go middle. All right, 57 damage for them. Still getting flawless currently. But we'll move on to round 6. Into Austria first thought, 2022. We have no car visible, which is quite a good indicator for Austria. Pavement definitely feels like it as well. We got some cabbage, pretty big pine trees here. So I'm just thinking Austria somewhere in the middle region here near the label. Could be Slovenia as well, but wider road definitely points me more towards Austria than Slovenia. So that's probably what I'll be going, especially with no car visible here. See where they go. They're in Norway. They make the switch. And they are going to be slightly closer there. I think they probably noticed the no car at the last second. And that's why they had switched. But makes sense. Moving around 7. In Brazil here, we have supports on the pole, white car. Very flat landscape. And hard to say, really. I don't know what to make of this one. 25 white car, very flat landscape. Looks like Mato Grosso or Mato Grosso do Sul. I think I'm just gonna hedge here. He's in Goiás. I would expect Goiás to be see a bit more hills here. So hopefully Mato Grosso or Mato Grosso do Sul. I guess it's actually Para there. All right, well, we didn't have any distinct Para poles, but it does make sense with the flatness. You get more north of Maraba. It's a bit more flat there. Yeah, a bit tough one to get. All right, we do have what appears to be Za here, I think. Where in Za? Looks just like middle, probably. I'd reckon. Something around here. And yeah, we do our first damage of the duel. 309 points. All right. Somewhat of a big deficit to make up, but it's not something that we can't do. So we move into Argentina here. Looks like SOS box there. I don't know this. I mean, it's obviously going to be new coverage 2025, but where? Not sure exactly. Yeah, unsure. I'm actually not even sure if it's Argentina. I mean, it might be, but it could be Chile as well. Not sure where exactly to guess. Something in Santa Cruz probably works the best, if I had to guess. I don't know where exactly in Santa Cruz you would want to guess on this one. Take a look at the angle. We're in some kind of north-south valley here. Don't really think these really work. And I doubt that we're more north of Barlioche there. Could be something over here. It's a valley here, maybe. With mountains there. Can't really tell what it's doing. I would assume it's probably curving around that thing there. Yeah, not feeling supremely confident in this one. Maybe we just move here. And yeah, we just hope we don't lose the game on this one. Ooh. Okay, it's all the way down here. Nice get by them. They've not clicked on the right road lineup, which is interesting, but they do get the right area, which is a great guess. As we move into Brazil now, I believe, yeah, it should be. We do have some ladder poles there, I think. And what does this one look like? I'm not really too sure. We do have some Paraguay-looking palms there. This one kind of also looks like... Soil's like kind of red. Not too sure what to do with this one either. Yeah, this is kind of a tough round, I'd say. I think I'm just hedging Goiás Mato Grosso do Sul border. They're in SP, it's Moran. I guess they weren't Paraguay palms, they were northern palms. Yeah, two pretty hard Brazils there. We move into Chile now. It looks like near Santiago, I would assume. Pretty big settlement there, it looks like, to our southwest. maybe the main road. So I guess we'll just assume that we're somewhere up here in the Santiago area. And we're a bit north of Santiago there. I think that's going to be game. It is. Interesting guess by them again, but I don't know. Yeah. I'm always wary of people without borders. But maybe this player is just, yeah, I don't know. Probably not cheating, but you never know. Oops. All right. Well, I'll queue for another game. I'll see you guys when I find my next opponent. All right, game here against BZH. Start with Za. On this one, no move, no entry. Yeah, don't really got too much here. It looks coastal though, but where coastal? I'm not too sure. I'm just gonna drop it between East London and Urha, and it is 92 points there. And we'll move into round 2. In Australia, driving left, so we do the black car. It looks like NT probably with the trees. Something up here near Dougie D. And it's just Adelaide River there. Yeah, 482 points there. We'll take it moving to round 3. I thought it was either Kakadu or Litchfield because the trees kind of reminded me of there, but yeah, it's just the yellow road there. As we move into Mexico, which is, yeah, not one of my strengths, I'd say. We do have a ridge to our east there, which is quite interesting. We do have black car, though. Black car 25. I'll probably just go for this Puebla, Oaxaca area here. With black car. And the dryness makes sense. A lot of dry season coverage in Puebla, Oaxaca area with the black car. And it is southwest of the city of Puebla. And we're looking at these mountains here, which makes a lot of sense. We're moving around 4. In Vietnam. And I don't know if we have anything that resembles an odd address. Don't know if I can read that. Probably not. We got the spikes on the roofs, though. So probably thinking somewhere north. Probably just going to click Hanoi, honestly. I can't really read what that says either. But yeah, we're probably just going Hanoi here. And yeah, it looks like... Oh, they have something for Bakyang. That's not good. If it actually is south. They're going south. Okay, they're moving up north. Oh, there's Bakyang. I mean, yeah, tough one. 154 points. They probably saw the spikes and then they realized that they should probably switch a bit more north. As we're moving around 5 now. Or 4. Yeah, 5. I do math. Bradshaw Road. And we have what looks like Vic, I guess. No Stobies. Very red soil. Yeah, I guess probably Vic. And probably just go somewhere out here. Generally. Ooh. I am not sure how to get Queensland there. It's outside Emerald. Yeah. I don't know. I'll look at that one again. Alright, so we got French here. Looks like we're in the French Alps, judging by the chalets that we have here. And pretty big alpine mountains, so yeah, we'll probably just send quickly because they are French. They probably will get a better region guess than they do. It ends up being here. And moving around 7 now, 2.5x damage. Into New Zealand here. We have those. We have very close together fences. It definitely feels more like Auckland than not Auckland. Because these is just in Southland, close to Auckland mostly. But you can get it in other places around the North Island, but I'm probably just going to go Auckland here. And yeah, okay, it was Taranaki, which does make some sense. We had some rolling hills here, which It's pretty common, especially northeast of Taranaki. And you do get those holy poles in that area as well. As we end up in Nigeria on this one. And looks pretty dry, I'd say. Like, got some milkweed there. So I think you probably have to go somewhat north. And I'll just click Kaduna on this one. And it ends up being Kano, which is fair enough. We both clicked Kaduna. Moving around 9, 3.5x damage. Into Norway, I would say pretty hilly. We got some rock shields on this one. And where exactly am I guessing on this one? We can just click middle. I'm going to assume they probably just click very close to middle. Yeah. Does end up being a bit more south there. We lose 270 points, but we're moving around 10. Usually when they send fast like that, you can kind of guess that they're going with the default guess. Unless they specifically know something. Can't really see what that bollard is doing. Might be a circle, but very hard to tell. Yeah, pretty hard to tell there. Looks like Wyoming, probably, most to me. Okay, it is this area northeast of Buffalo there. It's going to be 3,300 points for the Wyoming region guess. We'll take it. Moving around 11. 4.5 in US again, probably. Ooh, this is... I don't love this because you can't really see anything. No plates, no road marking signs. Kind of an RNG round with all things considered. We do have a... Is that a raised, like, bridge there? That's interesting. Aside from that, we have black card 25. Not sure that really is going to tell me too much about this round. Feels like Michigan, maybe? Wisconsin? Yeah, I really don't have a Scooby here. I'm not really sure what to do. It's 4.5x damage. I think I'm just going to hedge like this. Somehow Arkansas there. Huh. I didn't get the southern vibe, really. And maybe a raised toll bridge here, or not toll bridge, but just a raised bridge going across the river. Didn't get that vibe, but that's fair enough. All right, we got some indented poles here. On 5x damage, though, is this really ideal? Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, region guess. Got some hills there to the south. That's about it. Andhra Pradesh is such a large state. That's why it's a little scary. I think we're just going to click middle here. He is looking for it. And, I mean, he's pretty far south here, which... Yeah, we'll see. Okay, we are quite close there. Very nice. Looking at these mountains. That's going to be game. GG's. We will take the win. And we can pick up 12 rating for that. We'll queue up for another game here. No move NMPZ. I'll see you guys when we find an opponent. Alright, another game against BZH. BZH. And we start off how we started off the last duel against BZH in South Africa. We do have a Limpopo style alternating pool here. I mean, it's just looking like Joburg, isn't it? Yeah, I can't see myself going anywhere but Joburg here. It's very flat. And yeah, they're probably going Joburg as well. It's just around Joburg on this yellow road. Theoretically line-upable, but it's fine. It's only 18 points. Moving around 2. In what looks like check copyright 2023. It looks like Panama then, and we're on a 2-lane highway. I think there's only one 2-lane highway in this entire country, and it's the one. Should be, at least. I'm gonna assume we're on this stretch of this stuff. We're going from here to what's the city called? Colon? Panama City to Colon, maybe? It is. And we get the 5K, they get the 4999. Us being slightly closer there. But we break the flawless round 3 in Java. Looks like. Can't really read anything on there. Do we have a poll? Not really. Not particularly. So, no idea where in Java we are. I mean, it could even be... Feels kind of odd. Like, it could be somehow Lombok or Bali, maybe even. But I guess we would probably see a shrine. Lampung, maybe. But, yeah, I'm just going to click probably Central Java here. And it was East Java. Fair enough. 316 points. Move into round 4. As you straight towards the noose as it gets drier, I guess. But yeah, kind of a tough one. We do get Uruguay here, it looks like. Dirt Road. Gen 3, thick signpost. And we do have the Trident pole as well. Region guess-wise, no idea. I'm probably just going to click middle. That's what I assume that BZH did. When they send fast like that, as I talked about in the last duel, you kind of know. They've decided to go a little bit faster. Round 5. In Indo again. And where in Indo? That is the question of life, isn't it? I have no idea what to do with this one. It's like dry, but feels like it could be Noosa's, but we don't have a poll to confirm. And we just have this generic thick poll. There's like kind of elevation. Trees look dry enough to fit. I'm gonna go for this edge because I could see it being like the Sula Islands or something. But yeah, let's go for the Flores Sea hedge. It's actually Sumatra there. I don't know. Maybe he's hedging for Malay there? I don't know what he's hedging for, but yeah, Sumatra there, kind of tough. I don't know how to get that, really. I mean, I think a lot of players would struggle with that round, but yeah, kind of a tough one. We do end up in Sweden here, Snowpool there. We have a pretty big lake, but we have very red pavement, so I am going to click Dalarna. And just ends up being this lake here near John Shopping. Moving around 7. Yeah, it's kind of a brutal way to lose a bunch of points, but game's not over yet, round 7. In Senegal, I assume, interesting. We do have a interesting hill there. What is that hill? Pretty big factory as well. I am not sure. I mean, is the Bandia Reserve a hill? I mean, it might be. I don't know. There's a hill that's very hard to see in the Forest of Tees. To be fair. Alright, round 8. Taiwan. Ooh. Can't read what letter is on that plate. Typically the letter will indicate, because it is a alphabetic grid system, so like A, B, C, D, E, F, as you move down the country. But I can't really read what that one says. If I had to guess, it would be like a Q. I don't know. So I'm just clicking middle. It was definitely not a Q. This is probably like, I don't know, J range, H to J range. I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. Moving around now. We got a Orero there. So we should be in Spain. Do I quicksend? Yeah, I guess so. Let's just quicksend on this one. Okay. It should be Asturias or Galicia, most likely, with the Orero. But, I mean, yeah, okay. It is just Asturias. Nice guess by them there. 662 points. Moving around 10. In Za. Should be okay. But Do we have anything? I mean, it looks like Limpopo, probably, I'd say. They're quick sending. Not ideal. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I would probably just hedge Limpopo, but it's just Joburg. Ooh. It's a good amount of damage. There's apparently a little valley thing here. Okay, fair enough. Moving around 11. In the Philippines, I think. Yeah, it looks like it. We do have a trike thing there. Okay, they're insta-sending. Why? Why are they insta-sending? I'm not sure. I mean, we do have sugarcane, I guess. We're going Negros. I mean, it could just be Mindanao. Okay, we're alive. And we're just on the hills of the mountain. Fair enough. Okay, we move into Brazil, which on 5x damage could be good for little multi-merchant. But where in Brazil? I thought Rondônia first. Is the soil too red? I mean, it could be. What's the angle? I mean, angle fits some places, I would assume. Yeah, do I really feel good about this? I mean, maybe. I guess we'll try it. We're 5x damage. We're about 5.4k health down. That's just actually going to be Uberlandia there. All right. Well, GG's to our opponent. I guess we could have won there if we had gotten that vibe. I didn't really get that vibe, but tough one. All right. Well, let's queue for one more game here to end off the duels. Or the episode, rather. No move NMPZ. I'll see you guys. Oh, no. We do get BZH once again. Let's see, wave. And we start off in Brazil. We do have supports on this one. Although it does look quite northeast, so we're probably thinking Bahia on this one. We do have the mushroom top insulators as well, which should indicate to us Bahia. Looks coastal, if I had to say, maybe. So I'm just going to click somewhere near Salvador. And it was slightly coastal there. 303 points of damage. Move into round 2. And it looks like we're in Argentina here. All white lines, white car. We have a road marker there, which would tell us the road number, but unfortunately, not close enough. It looks like BA, probably. Kind of with these flooded areas and stuff, and the extreme flatness. And we'll just line up something in BA, probably. I don't know. I don't really see anything with too good of an angle. I think I'm just going to hedge. Oh. Okay. Ends up being the 7, which goes all the way from BA to Mendoza. Yeah, fair enough. Moving around 3. In Austria. So we have flat, or like, it's not super flat, but need Osterreich. I don't know what that means. But it does look northern stuff, just because we do have some rolling hills and not like absolutely massive hills, and I can't see massive hills anyway. There's some there. So I'm just going to click near Vienna. It was quite close to Vienna. It must be the lower Austria sign in Niederösterreich, which makes sense. Because I knew, yeah. Knew Österreich meant Austria, but I didn't know what the prefix was. But yeah, it makes a lot of sense there. Looks like we're in Norway here. We have the white background to the sign, which shouldn't be in Sweden or Finland, and we have some pretty massive mountains, so looks pretty south to me. But it wasn't. It was near Dale. I don't know how Norwegians would pronounce that word, really. It doesn't really feel like a Norwegian word. All right, well, we move into Kazakhstan here, looks like. Can I? Okay. I was thinking this road, but it's not divided. So how does that work then? Is the P27 divided? It's not. Eh? Does it get divided? Doesn't look like it. That's concerning. Where is this then? What? I'm a little confused. Because we have this steppe-looking landscape that... I mean, is it divided here? It is. I guess you go closer to Ikebestis then? But the angle just feels so... I don't see this angle anywhere. Unless this is also divided, but I mean, this angle doesn't really work as well. I guess I'm just going here. It's south. Huh. I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I guess it was winter, but I just couldn't really tell what it looked like. Yeah, fair enough. All right, we are in Thailand here, driving left. And I'm probably just gonna click somewhat north here. It doesn't look like Bangkok or northwestern stuff. We do get 40 points of damage for that. We're moving around 7. And looks like Panama. Okay, 2023. So it shouldn't be Costa Rica. And very dry with mountains to our west. Thinking these mountains here that we're looking at then. I guess they're northwest. I mean, they're pretty west, actually. Could be stuff here as well. I don't know. We'll just try this. We'll see where they go. Oh, they're going there. Is it there? Okay. Well, I guess we're looking at the mountains here. And we probably had something on the car that indicated that. Fair enough. Okay, we got some tiled roofs. We got some Banca looking roofs here. Banca Belatung looking roofs. How much do I trust those? Doesn't look like Banca Belatung, really. That is odd. Do I just trust the roofs? I mean, it's quite flat. I mean, it does make some sense. I just feel like... Road's pretty straight at this angle. Yeah, we'll try it. I'm trusting the roofs on this one. It's just Java. And we lose. I mean, yeah. Sure. I don't know. Felt like some tough losses today. But, I don't know. Maybe... I don't know. I'm kind of speechless for that one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode, though. We'll end off today at 1899 ELO, which is going to be 111th in the world and 5th in the US. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, of course. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another GeoGuessr video. Peace.